I think they've got problems. I wouldn't say they've got major problems. Obviously, three players have departed. The trick is always buy when you're strong. So he needs to buy players. You can't win anything with kids.
Hello and welcome to the first episode of You Can't Win Anything with Kids. In this challenge, what I'm going to do is try and build a team of under 21 players. So every player I sign has to be 21 or under when they join the club. Once they're in the club after I've signed them, I can play them when they're over 21. That's not a problem. But I've got to make sure everyone I bring in is under 21 at that point. So what I've done is I've overhauled Arsenal's squad. I've given myself a team with quite a large transfer budget just because I wanted to be able to bring in a half decent team. And like I say, there was a lot of potential for selling as well, selling the players for a decent amount. So I've really overhauled the squad. So I'll show you kind of who's left, who I've brought in, and what my starting lineup's looking like as well. So what I'll do is I'll show you the transfer ins and outs first of all. I've got rid of 13 players in total. The major ones out really, you're looking at Theo Walcott for 27.5 million. He's gone to Man United. Coquelin's gone to Liverpool for 13 million. Koscielny to PSG for 16.5. And then we've got players like Oxlade-Chamberlain for 9.25. Joel Campbell's gone for the same amount to Watford. And then quite a lot of other players as well, like Cazorla, Arteta. As you can see, 13 players in total have left for 123 million. I've spent slightly more than that. I've spent 135 million on bringing in these young players. I've got Ivor Fossum from Strømsgodset. He's a good centre midfielder, 18 years old. Stats are already improving, so hopefully he's going to be great. He's got potential to be a key player for the team as well, so he's definitely going to be playing a lot. I've gone for Christopher Aja from Start as well. I've actually made him my captain, which he reacted badly to, probably because he's so young. But I mean, he's already got 14 leadership. He's determined, so I thought he was probably going to be the best candidate to be captain. But in Malcolm from Corinthians for 16.5 million, play out wide on the left. He's looking brilliant already. Again, his stats have already improved. Who else have I bought in? John Stones was the main signing, really. Potentially up to 40 million I've spent on him. But I really did need to bring in some quality at centre back to go alongside Callum Chambers, so I brought John Stones in. Andrija Zivkovic, I love this player. Less than $1 million he costs. Potential to be a key member again. Four stars and then potentially 5. Just I can't believe how cheap he is. If you play this game, get this guy. He turns into an absolute beast. But another Serbian player, Rajkovic, goalkeeper, I got him for 3.8 million. He couldn't get a work permit, so I've had to loan him out to one of my affiliates until he can. But he's going to be definitely around the first team squad. Gabriel Barbosa I've signed for 9 million from Santos to play as kind of my main striker. His stats are really great already, potential to be a quality player. So I'm hoping he's going to do well for us up front. Briel Mbolo from Basel for 19 million. I'm going to play him in the hole there behind Barbosa. I think he's going to be absolutely fantastic for us. Again, potential to be a key member of the first team squad. Looks great. Bartolomiej Dragovski, even 17-year-old Polish goalkeeper. Stats look really good for a 17-year-old player. Can't wait to see how he develops. He's going to be my first choice at the minute because he could get a work permit, obviously with being an EU national, whereas Rajkovic couldn't, which was annoying. Yuri Tielemans, 22 million from Anderlecht. He's probably going to be starting alongside Aja in centre mid. Even that Fossum player is back up on the bench for centre mid makes it really strong, that part of the pitch, so I'm chuffed with that. And then the final signing I've made was Brendan Galloway because I needed a left back. I had to promote a couple of left backs from the under 18s, I think, and they just weren't up to scratch. So I spent 13 million on him. So I funded Everton for 53 million. So I don't know if they've bought anyone. Let's have a look. Mertesacker and Gibbs. But yeah, they'll be rolling in the dosh. So that's kind of what the transfer activity looks like. I've got one player coming in as well in the future, Lincoln from Gremio. He's joining at the start of 2017, so he's going to be 18 when he joins. But he's only 16, and look how good his stats are. So depending on how Mbolo develops, I'll probably be looking to play him as my first choice AMC. But yeah, I can't wait to get him in the squad. So my tactics at the minute, we are looking at a 4-2-3-1. So I've got Drakowski in goal, nice English contingent at the back, Galloway, Stones and Chambers. Hector Bellerin, probably one of the best, if not the best players on the team, right back. Adrian Tielemans, like I said, in centre mid, ball winning midfielder and an advanced playmaker. Another advanced playmaker further up the pitch, and then Bolo. Out wide, I've got Malcolm playing as a winger and Zivkovic playing as an inside forward with Barbosa up front on his own. I've gone for standard mentality. I'm probably gonna, if we start playing well, I'll probably switch that to control, to be honest, because I'm looking to play retain possession, pass into space, and play quite high tempo possession football. I've not given them too many instructions just because with them being such a young team, I don't know how it would affect them if they've got too much to think about when they're playing. So trying to keep it fairly simple for them, flexible team shape. And this is what I'm going to take into the first game of the season against Norwich, which is today. Pre-season went okay. We played the under-21s, lost 7-0 because I'd put all the main players in the under-21s, and I hadn't signed many people at that point, so it was a really weak Arsenal team. First actual pre-season friendly was against a team called Rain from Germany. Beat them 3-0 and then drew 1-1 with Augsburg. John Terry had a testimonial on the 25th of July, which we played in, and we beat Chelsea 3-2. Beat Benfica in the next game 1-0. And then in the game that actually mattered, we lost to Chelsea on penalties after a 0-0 draw in the Community Shield. So it's not been the best pre-season, but again, on the other hand, it hasn't been the worst. So I'm hoping that we can take this young team into the Premier League season and score a lot of goals and do very well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play through the first 3 or 4 games, and then I'll come back to you at that point and let you know how it's all gone.
This is a Chucky production.
Through 5 games now in the league. As you can see, I'm currently second behind Chelsea. Played 5, won 3, drawn 2, still unbeaten, goal difference of +7. So I'm pretty pleased with how things are going. Some highlights from the first few games. Obviously, top goal scorers Malcolm and Zivkovic. Malcolm highest average rating and most assists, so he's been incredible for us so far. Most player of the match awards as well. So he really is turning into an absolute gem. Stats are already getting better. Agility, acceleration, dribbling, lots of important ones for his position as well. Passing, composure, anticipation. So he's just only going to get better and better and better, which is brilliant. So yeah, like I say, good start to the season really. Next few games we've got coming up, we've got the Champions League game against Celtic. We've got Newcastle in the league, Brighton in the Capital One Cup, and then we've got Chelsea at home and then Dynamo Kiev at home. in the next episode, I'll probably cover off sort of 6 or 7 more games, maybe a few more, but I'll just do highlights from the more important games rather than kind of doing every single one. The other 2 games that you didn't see in those previous highlights as well, they were both 0-0 draws. I think it was against Villa and Liverpool. So nothing of interest whatsoever happened in those, so no point showing anything there. One thing that was quite interesting as well, I think it was Malcolm. Was it Malcolm? Yeah, he won English Premier Division Young Player of the Month for August, and in second and third was John Stones and Hector Bellerin, so it was a clean sweep with the Young Player of the Month award for us, which is great. Love to see us keep that up. I think Malcolm's just going to clear up with all the Young Player awards if he keeps up like this anyway, so brilliant news there. Only other thing to report really is another transfer in. I brought in Matthias Ginter from Dortmund. Shelled out 34 million for him, but I mean, I needed some backup in defence anyway. He's gone straight into the starting lineup. He's replaced Callum Chambers. So I'm pretty chuffed with him. 34 million is not too bad, and he's only going to get better as well. He's only 21. The only other player sold was Flamini, and that was for 450,000. So transfer budget's pretty much gone for the season, but I don't really plan on doing much more. I'm quite happy with the way the team's set up at the minute. Like I say, nothing's changed from when I showed you the team at the start of the season, other than Ginter's come in for Chambers. Other than that, it's pretty much all the same. So again, thank you for watching. If you have enjoyed it, drop a like and subscribe. Leave any comments if there's anything you'd like to see me doing. That, again, with me being quite new to this, if there's any criticism at all, again, just leave a comment. But thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.